Hello students, welcome to this video. A video रे हमें पढ़िबा equivalence class and its properties. Equivalence class पढ़िबा पाई we need a equivalence relation. अब हमें जानिचु गोटे relation पाई we need a set. So equivalence class पाई हमरो दरकार गोटे equivalence relations and equivalence relation पाई मोर दरकार गोटे set. एंड आम जाचु सेट्र किसी ना किसी एलिमेंट्स थाए सो से सेट्र जो सब एलिमेंट्स अच्छा से प्रत्येक एलिमेंट्स गोटे गोटे इक्विवेलेंस क्लास बाहर पार आउ इक्विवेलेंस क्लास भी होची गोटे सेट सो इक्विवेलेंस क्लास इज दोज सेट व्हिच कंटेन्स सम एलिमेंट्स ऑफ द गिवन सेट व्हिच आर रिलेटेड टू द पर्टिकुलर एलिमेंट्स. Okay, so what will be the definition of equivalence class? So equivalence class definition by let R be an equivalence relation. Equivalence relation on the set A. Let A be any element of the set A. Then equivalence class of A of the element A is denoted as this. And it's defined as such that those elements of A such that these are related to the A, that is x belongs to A such that xa belongs to R. So this is the definition of equivalence equivalence class. So suppose a set has 3 elements 1, 2, 3. So taking 1 we can find an equivalence class of 1 and this equivalence class is a set and this set contains some elements of A which are related to that 1. So for understanding, we take an example of an equivalence class. Okay, one example of equivalence class. Let we consider a set 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Here, every element has equivalence class. 1 has equivalence class 1, 2, 3. Every element has an equivalence class. Let R be a equivalence relation defined on the set A, and this is equal to 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 2, 1. Now see, this relation is an equivalence relation defined on the set A. So what will be the equivalence class of 1? Since A has an element 1, so this is called the equivalence class of 1. This is called equivalence class of 1. This is equal to, okay, equivalence class is a set. This set contains some elements of A which are related to 1. Now see the relation which are related to 1. 1 is related to 1, so we take 1. 1 is also related to 2, so we take 2. Okay. Now this set is called the equivalence class of element 1. Similarly, what will be the equivalence class of 2? See, some elements which are related to 2. 2 is related to 2, so we find one element 2. Here 2 is related to 1, so we find 1. Okay, then 3 equivalence class of 3. Now see, 3 is related to 3 and nothing else. Okay. So these 3 are called the equivalence classes of the element 1, equivalence classes of 2 and equivalence classes of 3. So from this we conclude what? Either the equivalence classes are identical. Identical matlab same. Now see, these two equivalence class are same. Matlab identical. Identical. And see, this 1 and 3 are disjoint. So one properties of the equivalence class, either the equivalence classes are disjoint or identical. Here see, 1 and 2 are same. Matlab they are very same. माने से दीटा सेट पूरा समान ही हबो आ जदि तो हबो पूरा अलगा हबो ताको भितरे किछि कॉमन रहबनी जेमति कि इक्विवेलेंस क्लास ऑफ 1 एंड इक्विवेलेंस क्लास ऑफ 3 एमानो भितरे किछि भी एलिमेंट कॉमन नाही. सो ये होछि गोटे प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ इक्विवेलेंस क्लास, आइदर द इक्विवेलेंस क्लासेस आर डिसजॉइंट और आइडेंटिकल. हियर वन प्रॉपर्टीज. And second property is if we do the union of all these equivalence classes, we find the set A. Equivalence class of 1, now see, equivalence class of 1 union equivalence classes of 2 union equivalence classes of 3. So 1 2 3, so you got 1 2 3, so this is equal to set A. That means these are the partitions for the set A. ये भी एक one properties. Equivalence classes is a partition for the given set. So in the next video we will study its properties and what is partitions. For this is today. Thank you.